What's up, YouTube? This is Trey and I'm back again with another video. Today's video is going to be about the 10 toxic gayulinity. That's right, gayulinity traits that I've encountered in my time in the LGBTQIA and all the other letters community. Of course, we've all heard of the term toxic masculinity. What I did was I made this word up by taking the MASC off of masculinity and putting gay. So it's my version of what I feel to be toxic within the gay community, but I'm calling it toxic gayulinity within our community. This goes without saying that this is just my views, my perspective. It is not the gospel or the stamp on approval that everybody in the community thinks this way or feels that they should feel the way I feel. This is just my opinion. You don't have to agree. If you don't agree, that's fine. I've learned that it's okay to agree to disagree. All right. So the first one that I'm going to talk about is expecting every gay person to be the same. You see that a lot within our community, that they just automatically assume that because you're gay, you're going to do the same things that they do. In the moment that you approach something differently or you operate differently in a situation, in most cases you're automatically ostracized and pushed off to the side and maybe deemed that you think you're too much, you think you're better than, and all those other labels that can be labeled onto you whenever. We have to learn to respect everybody's individuality, no matter what it is. Sexual orientation, their career field. Just respect the fact that they want to do what they want to do, and everybody's not the same. Number two, not having the ability to converse with a fellow gay guy without it being a sexual encounter. This is really, really big in our community, where you can't even give a compliment to someone without them thinking that you want to talk to them. It happens so much. But I think, and this is just my opinion only, I feel that this originated decades ago, or maybe even longer than that. Two gay men being together, while it's been around since biblical times, it was not what it was today, where you can marry, you can build families and have kids and things like that. So the vibe or the energy that has been put out there for gay men, the root of it was just you hook up or you meet up just to hook up. It's not really to get to know you or anything out of that. You're only there for sexual pleasure, and then you go back to doing whatever you do in life. But now, where we can have families, get married, do pretty much the same things that a heterosexual relationship can do in society, we have to learn to change that mindset that we can do something outside of making a conversation, making an interaction with a fellow gay person, something sexual. That's just my opinion now. But yeah, I hate it. I hate that it's hard for me to even make friends, because me being too friendly, they'll think that I want them, or they'll know that I don't want them, so they'll suppress how they really feel. And given the opportunity, they would go down that route of trying to make something sexual with me, and I'm pretty sure there's other people in the same boat with that. But that's a toxic trait for me too. Number three, not respecting another gay male's boundaries, whether it be body or personal space. This is really big for me also. A lot of people within the LGBTQ community may have went through some form of sexual abuse, whether it be from a family member, family friend, whomever. A lot of people within the community may have went through that. I know that I did. But with that, with going through some type of sexual trauma, certain things can be triggers for a person. And so whenever I go to a gay club, or when somebody goes to a gay club and they feel that they can just grab on you, touch on your penis, touch on your butt, those things can be triggers where you got this person just touching on you because they feel that they can. And I don't like for people to say that it's because you got on a wife beater. I don't know the proper term for that, but a wife beater. You may have some fitted pants, and so you're showing your figure a little more. But that's that's not a ticket for you to touch the person just because they have on something that may be a little more revealing. But be conscious of that, because you don't know what that person has been through in life, and that may be a trigger for them. So you touching on them without their permission could be something triggering from something they went through as a child, that they may still be battling. And you are in the club being selfish and wanting for your own sexual pleasure. You don't realize what that may be doing to the person. But a lot of people in our community do not respect boundaries. They want to be all up on you. They want to just touch on you, grab on you, pull on you, and think that it's okay. But that's not okay. That's very toxic. Number 4, in a relationship for a place to stay and not for love. I see that happen so many times. I feel that sometimes people are so focused on being gay and doing gay things that they forget that you still got to work on being successful in life. Of course, we all get it at different points. We all hit different milestones in life at different points. But I do feel that a lot of people just get in relationships and may not even particularly like the person, but they're providing you a place to stay. They're providing you stability in your life. So you get with them, either learn to love them, or you get with them for a period of time until you can get on your own feet, and then you move on to the next person. I see that happen a lot in our community. So that is a toxic trait to me also. Number 5, thinking that just because you're horny, the person you hit up should be horny also. You experience that, or I experience that a lot, when it comes to interacting with another person, where they'll tell you that they're horny, and I'll change the subject and talk about something else, but they always go back to them being horny, and then get offended when you tell them that you're not on that, you're not trying to hook up, you're not trying to do whatever. They get offended most times, and if it was on the apps or something, I get blocked. I've gotten blocked in the past because I'll tell them, oh no, I'm good on that, or I'm not trying to hook up or whatever. They'll get mad and say, what are you here for, or whatever the case, when just because you're horny doesn't mean the next person has to be horny. Number 7, shaming a gay guy because he's masculine and only into other masculine men. Of course, you see my other video about the fat and femmes, no fat, no femmes. This is very toxic, just because we all have a preference, and if I'm a masculine guy and I'm only into other masculine men, I have that right, and I have that, ability to do that. I have ability to pick whoever I want to be with, who I decided to be in a relationship with, and what the next person does should not offend you that much that you got to, try to shame them or tell them they're wrong for who they want to be with. Number 8, thinking someone is playing hard to get, so you force someone to have sex with you. That happens a lot. But then I also see in our community that a lot of people, and maybe this is going down a rabbit hole that I don't really want to go into too much depth with, but a lot of people fantasize about stuff like that. They fantasize about forcing somebody to have sex, somebody forcing them to have sex with them. I've been in situations where I've been forced to do things that I did not want to do. And again, me being a person who is a survivor of sexual abuse, that's triggering for me. And I guess it's not a guess. I know that my views on it are, come from a place of somebody who has been forced to do things that they did not want to do. So I can't fathom in my mind, why would you want to be forced to do something that you don't want to do? But that's a kink for some people. They like the whole forcing to do things. I don't know. That's just a lot for me. That's toxic. That comes off. That's my opinion. That's toxic. Also with this one right here, number 8, I'll say this, that a lot of times, even when you're hanging out with someone, I've had situations where I'm hanging out with someone and I fall asleep and I woke up and they're giving me fellatio, because people just automatically assume that you're just going to be okay with something. That stuff is rape and sexual assault. I don't know if you all really put that into perspective, but that's rape and sexual assault. And if it happened to me, I'm pretty sure it's happened to other people. And you're thinking that you're cool with someone, you're thinking that y'all have this type of bond or whatever, just for something like that to happen. And me and both people that did that to me, we're not even cool now. We don't talk. We're not friends. One person I don't even know where they are. But it happens. It happens a lot in our community, and of course, not everybody reports it. Most people don't report it, and it's just kind of a distant memory where you just know that about the person, and sometimes, a lot of times, they get away with it because of, we don't, okay, well, that's how it is in the gay community. Number 9, putting masculine men on a pedestal over feminine men. I don't get that myself, because in society, you put the masculine man up there and you put the feminine men down here. But in the eyes of society, you're both gay. You're both a gay man. They're both gonna call you the F word when angry. So you're no better than the next person. If anything, it actually takes more courage to walk out into society and be something completely different. Maybe different is not the right word, but just being your authentic self that is not aligning with what society say is what a man should be. Masculine men tend to fall in line with a heterosexual male, and you're doing the same thing, you're carrying yourself the same way. But it takes more courage to be a feminine man going out, being your authentic self. So if anything, the feminine man should be put on a pedestal, because you're having to go against the grain a lot more than the masculine male is. Number 10, putting DL and bisexual men on a pedestal over openly gay men. That is so toxic to me. That's like kudo points to people for them to say that they're messing with a guy that's DL, a guy that is straight, a guy that and a lot of gay men would say, well, I don't mess with gay men. If you mess with any man that's messing with you, he's gay. There's no way around it. But it feeds into your psyche and the way that you process the lifestyle, I guess, I don't know, that you're now messing with a heterosexual male because he messes with women. No, that doesn't make him heterosexual. Bisexual, yeah, but not heterosexual. So those are my 10 toxic gayulinity traits. If you want to add any of them, of course, down in the comments, add any other extra toxic gayulinity traits that you want to add to the list. But those are just the top 10 that came up, off the top of my head. I posted this on my I posted this on my social media, and I thought that it'd be good to go into detail on a video telling you all why I came up with these top 10 here. Thank you for listening. Please like, comment, and subscribe, and I am out.